Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it's about time to get started. Well, actually, I've been told to get it started, so let's roll on with this if we will. Good afternoon, and on behalf of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and Godolphin, welcome to the third annual Thoroughbred Industry Employee Awards. Really, what a pleasure and an excitement it is to be here on the eve of the Breeders' Cup, to be at historic Churchill Downs, and to help welcome, honor, and celebrate our finalists. We have a lot of thank yous to get through today, but perhaps none more significant than the visionary behind this whole program, that being His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. As you all are probably aware of, this is now a worldwide program that he has implemented. Started in England, Ireland, France, now here in America, and also in Australia. Certainly, this is a side of our sport that he feels very, very strongly about. As you can imagine, this gathering has been no small undertaking, and we've been very fortunate to have some great corporate partners in the Jockey Club, TOBA, and the National HBPA. They've been very instrumental and helpful in a lot of the logistics, administration, and certainly facilitating the judging process. You know, it's get the word out, get the word out, get the word out. And we're very helpful and appreciative to our friends at the TDN and the Blood Horse, the Daily Racing Forum, the Pollock Report, and of course TVG. And the momentum really continues as we go forward. We had 140 nominations this year and a record nominations from 19 different states, which I think we probably are getting the word out. I think we'd like to also thank the Derby Museum. We all ran down there and saw the great video at the end. Amazing what you can do when you combine technology and history, and what a performance and what an impression that makes for anybody and everybody. And perhaps finally, I'd like to say a word about our judges, who probably got the toughest assignment, but really probably relished it. I had a chance last night to speak with quite a few of the judges, and I'm not sure if which was more impressive, what the finalists had to say or what the judges had to listen. They just came out of there saying it really touched them, very personal, very motivating, and it makes you feel a little better about our game when you see these types of people doing what they do each and every day. I mentioned earlier, but I will again, our event partners, that being the Breeders' Cup and Churchill Downs. Particularly like to say thank you to Craig Fravel and Kevin Flannery from Churchill as well. We can't tell you what a difference this has made to be a part of your festivity here at Churchill. It has made everybody's trip that much more enjoyable, and we're very, very appreciative to be here. I would have to say, talking to you finalists, I would say this, that you know, each and every one of you guys have your own personal story and your own personal journey. But what is true is that you all have a common thread, and that has been one of dedication, care, attention to detail, and a passion for what you do each and every day. And this truly is what brings us all together here today to help celebrate your achievements. And finally, I would want to say this, that it's important to remember that your presence here today is actually the result of someone, whether it be a colleague, a friend, or even perhaps an employer that felt strongly enough to take the time to observe you doing your job each and every day, and then to go on and nominate you for a job well done. I don't believe there's any greater honor than to be acknowledged by your peers. And I would think this is a piece of self-satisfaction and pride that will go with you from this day forward. Again, on behalf of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and Godolphin and all of our partners, we really want to give you all a hearty congratulations to all of our finalists on being the winners that you really, really are. I would now like to take a moment and introduce our guest presenter, but I think the white here may give away any surprises. Rather than to introduce him as a Hall of Fame trainer and most recently a two-time Triple Crown winner, I would say there's another side of Bob Baffert's contribution to the sport. You're not quite there. When he hears that clapping, he comes on stage. You know, when we called Bob and said, would you perhaps consider giving some time to this project we have there, he just had two questions, when and where. Both he and Jill have given an enormous amount of their time and energies to so many projects and causes, but perhaps none more meaningful than what we're doing here today. And Bob knows firsthand the intricate and the value of what his staff has meant to him over the years, from his hot walkers to his grooms, to his foremen, to his exercise riders, to his assistants, to folks inside his racing office. He truly knows what a team effort takes. So Bob, we're really grateful and very appreciative for you being here to help us honor and celebrate the contributions made to our industry by these fine and deserving finalists. Thank you all so much, and no introductions necessary. Mr. Baffert.
You know, Jimmy Bell and I, we went to college together. We were great friends. And, but I like to say that, you know, this is such a great honor. I'm honored to be here to present to the winners because the backside, the workers, everybody, you're the heart and soul of racing. And, you know, my son Bodie, a couple years ago, he asked me, he says, Dad, you know, other than talk on the radio and tell the jockeys how fast to work, I don't think you do anything. And he's right, I really don't do that much, but it's all you guys, it's all those guys down there in the barn, the grooms, the assistants. I mean, they do basically all the work, and you know, we end up getting a lot of the credit for it, but we can't, you know, it's so important, everybody here, and like I said, there's no losers today. You guys are all winners. Just to be up here and have your name submitted like that, that means that we, you know, as trainers, I know we know who's doing the work and everything else, but it's an honor to be here today, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and thank Sheikh Mohammed for doing this. Is a great idea because, you know, the little guy and the hard worker, you know, this is your chance to, this is your moment. This is your moment to get on the podium, and you can give out a howl or whatever you want to do, but this is what we feel like. And, you know, unfortunately, you guys work hard. You guys don't get to get on the podium when we win a big race, but this is your chance today.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Bob. I don't think our MC needs much of an introduction, but Jill Byrne is going to take over the honors. As you know, she's a Senior Director of Industry Relations from the Breeders' Cup, and we'll proceed with the program. And thank you all again for being here and helping us celebrate what a great day we're having. Thank you so much.
Jimmy, did you leave this here on purpose? Scare me. Yes, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. And a big welcome to everybody here, but particular thank you to Jimmy for, you know, having me back here, and Godolphin as well, to the Thoroughbred Employee Industry Awards. This is my third year. I started at the beginning with this, so I've been your co-host. Bob Baffert, had Wayne Lucas, Ramon Dominguez, and that just shows how important this is to people like that in the industry, how important you all are and what you do, the dedication that you have behind the scenes, and everybody that I've spoken to about this. It's the recognition of what you put into the industry and the business that we all love so much. I've been fortunate to grow up in this industry and spend a great deal of time at the racetrack and at the farms as well, and I know what it takes to get that horse to the track and ultimately to the winner's circle as well. So big congratulations to everybody for their hard work, a job well done, being recognized, and of course their great dedication. As I mentioned, this is the third year of these awards. We'd also like to, what Jimmy said as well, really thank Churchill Downs for hosting, for the Breeders' Cup, for their partnership, and also to Keeneland for hosting the first 2 years, and Keeneland had a barbecue yesterday. Luckily, that was yesterday before this weather kind of hits coming in, so a big thank you to Keeneland as well for all they've done for the first 2 years of hosting this great event. A big kind of bit of a background on this event that most of you who, you know, people that have been here before or what you've read about it, we kicked this off this year. It was a lot of fun at the Kentucky Derby Trainers Dinner. Those of you that were there got to witness probably one of the greatest speeches in horse racing delivered by Wayne Lucas. And if you didn't hear it, you can actually find it online. I strongly suggest everybody listen to it because it really just absolutely says what these awards are about and how important all the people are behind the scenes. So kicked off there, and the winners in each category, we have runner-up prizes as well, along with prizes for, how great is this, the co-workers of all the finalists are going to get prizes as well. So you're going to make some very happy people at the farms and at your barns for sure. We have the Newcomer Winner Award, which we did last year, and that one a little bit different. That person will get a nice prize with a trip to Dubai and joining some of the other newcomer winners from around the world. So a great prize there as well. A note on our Community Award winner. That one was actually voted on earlier in September, so that is one that has already been determined prior to yesterday's panel meeting that has determined today's winner. So congratulations to everybody for being here, for making it to this, and again, a big thank you to all of you for what you do. The final judging panel had a very, very tough task. I talked to several of them, and even though it was tough, it was very rewarding and inspiring for them to hear everybody's stories. So without much more ado, let's get on with these awards. All right, here we go. Our first award of today is going to be the Dedication to Breeding Award. And this one showcases those individuals that have displayed talent and in the thoroughbred breeding, horsemanship, consistency, and reliability in that role. So let's have a look at the monitors and our three finalists.
My name is Therese Reese, and I work for Stoneway Farm. I'm originally from North Carolina. I came to Kentucky in 1983 with a dream, to work with thoroughbred horses.
Well, Therese has been with us at Stoneway Farm since 2008. I call her our baby mama. She folds out every baby that we have. She monitors the mothers when it gets close to foaling season and coordinates with our veterinarian. She's out working with the vet all the time and that type of thing. So she's sort of our one-stop mama shop and does everything for the babies and the mares that we have on the farm.
I have to say the best rewarding moments for me are when the babies develop and get to compete at the races, and just knowing that I've given them the best start possible in the beginning. It fills my heart to see them go on to compete.
Therese is a hard worker. She's up early during foal watching season. When I come out to watch the babies, she'll be bundled up inside of our foal watch area. She also works a lot with our staff that bring the horses in and out and that type of thing to make sure that they're here on time and they get their jobs done, and she has a good rapport with them. And I don't know how much more work ethic hard that you can get than that. These awards, I think, are an incredible asset to our industry. Our industry is made up of a lot of people whose heart and soul goes into taking care of horses and bringing them up along the way. And Therese is a great example of someone like that.
A thank you to Stoneway Farm for thinking so much of me to nominate me. And that being said, thank you, Godolphin, and thank you, Sheikh Mohammed. You're an inspiration to the thoroughbred industry.
My name is Noé Murillo. I work for the Acorn Farm. I work for the Thoroughbreds. We like horses. We like this farm. We love stay here.
Noé is an extremely hardworking guy. He came to my parents' farm and when I was, just a little kid and started working. He knew nothing about horses and farm life whatsoever. But within a few years, he had picked up so much, and 19 years later, he's been an absolutely incredible employee.
I do everything, but I like to train the horses. In the morning, I can print the horses and check everything's fine, walk the horses. In the afternoon, I do a little different, fix the fence or car branches. Every day, I change little things to do. I don't do the same every day. I love to train these horses for sale, is what I like. I like the challenge. I'm happy. I think I got the best boss.
The great thing about Noé is he loves the variety that comes with working on our farm. You know, some days he's traveling to Kentucky for a horse sale. He might be going to take a mare to a breeding shed. He might even be handling our own stud on our own farm in the past, or breaking horses with us. He's just that guy that always pitches in. If there's a tree down in somebody's yard, Noah's the first guy to show up and help take care of it. If somebody's car isn't working, it's often down at Noah's house getting worked on and repaired. Everybody in the neighborhood really enjoys spending time with Noah and has gotten to know him and trust him and like him a lot, so we're really grateful for him. It was fantastic to have the privilege to tell Noah that he was a finalist for this award. To the Godolphin team, we just want to say thank you for putting this all together and giving us a chance to nominate somebody for this and to share the recognition.
My name is Barbara Nichols and I work for Stone Farm, and I've been here for 24 years. In my job, I schedule all the vanning for horses coming and going, maintain vaccination schedules for all the horses on the farm. I keep books for myself and for Mr. Hancock with just everything about that particular horse that's on the farm.
Barbara is our equine manager at Stone Farm. In about 2 years' time, it's going to mark Stone Farm's 50-year mark. And I think that's a tip of the hat to her because she will have been here for half of that time. And any success that we've had, Barbara's played a role in.
My real love is the breeding season. And when new foals come and you arrive at the foals and you book the mares and you talk to all the wonderful people at different farms. I work 7 days a week and it gets pretty busy, but I like it busy.
Barbara is extremely hardworking and she's very organized and diligent. She has a handle on everything in the office. My dad actually calls her the brain of the farm. I've known Barbara since I was 10 years old. Not only is she important to the farm, but she's important to our family because she's seen us all grow up. She's told us that she's retiring next year, and we're having a really hard time accepting that. I've taken on the lofty goal of trying to replace Barbara, but I don't think there's any replacement. Those are big shoes to fill. So.
It means a lot to be even nominated for these awards. It's so great that the Godolphin does this. And since I'm winding down and hope maybe to retire next year, this is just has meant everything to me.
And if we can welcome the 3 finalists up to the stage, please. Everybody, 3 finalists up to the stage. Where are you?
Do I get to choose them? That's a tough one.
Yes, that was
tough.
Very tough. Oh, my eyes are watering. A big congratulations, though, to all these finalists, and just you can see how much they mean to everybody in their farms and those that nominated them for this great award. All right, now that we have everybody making their way up to the stage, the Dedication to Breeding Award goes to Therese Reese of Stoneway Farm.
Congratulations. Come on.
I didn't expect this. Wow, this is incredible. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Terry, for thinking so much of me. And, thank you, Godolphin. And thank you, I must see everybody else. Thank you, I'm still in shock. Thank you.
All right, congratulations again to everyone there. Now we'll move on to our dedication to racing, and this is very similar to our last category in that the individual must show talent for horsemanship in the racing field and consistency and reliability in a racing role. So as we get ready to watch the video, I'd like to have our 3 finalists go ahead and make their way up to the stage now.
My name is Esteban Medina. I work here in Delta Downs, selling some shavings. I was the outrider, and I was riding one time. And I've been with the horses since 1953. I started in Mexico City. And then I moved to Tijuana, California, and Louisiana.
I met Mr. Medina in 1973. I was working on the starting gate, you know, and then I went to outriding about 75, and we started getting to be real close friends, and we did a lot of things together. He would come to my house and break babies and stuff, help me out with stuff like that. We'd haul hay, sell bedding, and we always did a lot of things together, and he was a real good, dependable guy, and always happy to be around. You know, he didn't dread his work. He liked what he was doing, and he was real good at it. Now he's 80 years old, and he's still going around, and he's an honest guy. He was one of the first ones to pick up collections for exercise riders that got hurt years ago, and if somebody lost a loved one working at the racetrack, you know, he'd pick up a collection for them. So he had some real good qualities. You know, he didn't mind helping people.
I still like to ride the horses, and I enjoy myself. And it's what I do all my life since 1953. It's what I've been doing, I still doing.
My friend Medina, when he found out he was one of the nominees, I could tell he was pretty excited about it. You know, he had a smile on his face, and he would tell me about it. He said, I hope I can get in there. Then he found out that he was a finalist, and it really got excited. So I think it's a real good thing for the employees on the backside to get that kind of recognition from their peers. Like him, he's really excited about it, and he's glad to know that the people up above are aware of some of the things he does, because he does a lot of stuff around the racetrack.
I like it because they pick me. I don't know why, but I think it's something good.
My name is Lisa C. I work for Anthony Pecoraro. I started at Delaware Park when I was 17 years old. I entered an ad in the newspaper for Henry Worcester. At that point in time, I was going in the wrong direction, so I needed a little bit of a change, so I started out as a hot walker. I went on to be a groom. I watched, paid attention to everybody, how they put a bandage on, what type of medicine, and realized that horses were the thing that made me feel better and wanted me to be a better person.
I've known Lisa since she showed up here as a teenager to come looking for work as a hot walker. So I've kind of known her whole adult life. I've watched her work through, be a hot walker, learn to be a groom, eventually run stables, being an assistant trainer. And just within this past summer, she actually took her trainer's test and passed it.
On a daily basis, I come in, I oversee our help, our horses' legs, medications, who's going to the track and when, what type of equipment. My horses are like my kids, and every day I can't wait to get up and go to work and see them. When I walk in the barn, they all nicker. As I call their name, they nicker right down the row. That's the best part.
Lisa's probably one of the most dedicated employees you can find. She does not miss a day. She's there. Whatever's needed to be done, she's there taking care of it.
The best part about getting nominated is that the small people are finally getting acknowledged. We're the people that do all the hard work, or we do all the groundwork. We finally get a chance to be recognized, and that's what we need in this game.
My name is Giovanni Catalan. I work for Peter Miller Racing Stable. I came into this country in 2006, so I started as a hot walker and then as a groom. I went to the school trying to learn English, so that way I can take my test for assistant trainer, and thank God I passed.
He's been in the industry, at least 10 years. You know, started as a hot walker and a groom, and we brought him on as a groom, I think, 4 years ago. And right away, I could tell he was just too smart and too talented to be just a groom. So we quickly promoted him to foreman, and then shortly thereafter became my assistant.
Yeah, my day start. I start to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Make sure doing my team workers, my guys doing good. So, for example, make sure to check the temp on the horses. That way, you know you can take to the track to the training. So we keep a little busy here because we have 78 horses.
What stands out the most was certainly in the San Luis Rey fire. He was just very heroic that day in organizing the guys and getting the horses turned loose and then getting the horses caught again. He stayed risking his own injury to save these horses, and we lost 5 horses, which was horrible, but we could have easily lost 4 or 5 times that number without him. You know, I just think he epitomizes what this award is supposed to be all about. You know, I think he deserves it, you know, not only for what he did during the fire, which was heroic in and of itself, but what he does on a daily basis.
Congratulations to all of you for being finalists. So the Dedication to Racing Award goes to Lisa C.
Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
Congratulations. For our next award, we have another category in the leadership, and this one in breeding in the farm category. And this is very specific to a leadership role. And to be eligible in this category, an individual must be in a managerial role or supervisory, I think that's the correct way of pronunciation, role for more than 2 employees. And as you know, on most of these farms, these large farms, lots of employees to manage. They must kind of have a great deal of the ability to have leadership qualities, but also understand what their employees are due. So lead by service, certainly, and mentoring and supporting their colleagues in these very difficult but yet very rewarding roles. So as we get ready to play the video, I'd like to welcome the 3 finalists up to the stage, please, for the Leadership in Breeding Award.
My name is Richard Barry. I'm the stallion manager at Ashford Stud, a division of Coolmore. I've worked here since October of 1985. On a day-to-day basis, I come in, I check the horses, we take temps, we make sure they're all okay.
He's very well known and respected behind the scenes here at Ashford. I've known Richard personally about 26 years. He's here 35 years. He started when Stormbird came here, and Stormbird was a handful, as everybody knows. He was infamous, and Richard was the only one able to take care of him. Besides being a fantastic horseman, he's also been a very good mentor to a lot of young horsemen in the industry.
I love the horses, obviously. You get very close to the stallions because the stallions, they're unlike the mares that spend 95% of their time outside. You're closer to the stallions because you're in, taking care of them, grooming them, showing them to people. And my wife says I spend more time with them than I do with her, which is true.
The stallions, I believe, are the engine that runs everything around Ashford, and Richard's my first call every morning to check in that everything is okay, and he's vital to the place. It's a credit to Godolphin to be doing this industry awards because these people are behind the scenes. These guys don't get the recognition they deserve because they're the core, they're vital, and they're the backbone of the industry, and we don't need to lose them.
My name is Sandy Hatfield, and I've been the stallion manager at Three Chimneys Farm for 19 years. You know, my day is just making sure the horses are happy, healthy, and when during the breeding season, make sure that the breeding shed runs efficiently and safely, you know, and also looking out for the employees too.
I've known Sandy about 18 years. I met her when I was a chemie student, and instantly there was just an attraction because she was so passionate about the industry, her job, what she does.
I think the thing I love most about my job is certainly being around the horses. Watching them, trying to make them, you know, make them happy, especially during the breeding season. But also kind of being an ambassador for the industry. We've had thousands of visitors come through Three Chimneys and explaining to people what the industry's about, what we do, how important it is. It's a worldwide industry, and it's so exciting to be able to tell people about it.
When you speak about Sandy Hatfield or hear her name, you automatically know she's one of the first women and leaders in our industry. Being a woman in the industry, I think women really look up to her because she's kind of one of a kind.
I think the Thoroughbred Industry Employee Awards are really exciting, and I'm so excited to be nominated and make it into the finals. But you know, I think for us as a whole, the people that work with the horses every day, it's not only our livelihoods, but it's our lives. This is what we do 24/7. And for somebody like this to recognize us and give us these awards, it's pretty impressive.
My name is John Hall. I've been with TaylorMade now since 1996. I'm officially retired at TaylorMade, but I still do a lot of stuff for them. My dad, he rode show horses professionally. I had a brother that's a veterinarian, and so we were all pretty much, you know, involved in the horse business growing up. And then in 96, I had a chance to go to Kentucky and work for TaylorMade, and it was a dream come true for me. And to deal with those kind of horses, and it was a great opportunity.
I've known John Hall for about 35 years, and he's worked for TaylorMade 22 years now. He was mainly operating our yearling division, which he raised really a ton of great horses. I think we've had 25 Breeders' Cup winners now. A lot of those were raised by John.
It's what I enjoyed the most about being in Kentucky was the horse comes first, and no matter what else is going on, that's the most important thing in your life, and it's what I enjoy.
John Hall is just, he's got just a heart of gold. He's always out looking to help somebody, loves working with young people and teaching them. He's one of the best teachers we've ever had at TaylorMade. Takes an interest in everybody, and you know, I don't know one person on earth that doesn't like John Hall. He's the nicest, humblest guy you could ever meet.
Well, I think it just gives another example of how great this business is, that these awards are out there, and it's another thing to strive for. And, you know, just trying to do the right thing for the people that you work for, and the right thing for the horse, and then to be recognized in this way, and it's just a great feeling.
And again, congratulations to all the finalists and all the nominees as well. The Leadership in Breeding Award goes to Sandy Hatfield, Stallion Manager of Three Chimneys. Just want to spend time with you, Bob. All right, our next award is for leadership in a racing category. So similar to the leadership in breeding, this award goes to those that have worked in the area of Thoroughbred racing and breeding for at least 5 years, and also the same, they have to have people that work and report to them, so in that supervisor role as well. And just again, all these people working in the stables and the farms behind the scenes in these roles, they have so many things that they have to manage all at once. So this person, again, must be a mentor, must be able to motivate people underneath them, but also be able to work alongside people as well. So right now I'd like to bring up our finalists onto the stage, and before we run the video, and also just mention that one of our finalists, Gene Corbin, could not be here today as he took ill on the way here, so Bert Pilcher, who was his nominator and employer, is going to be representing him on the stage. So let's see our nominees come on up to the stage, and we'll roll the video.
Hi, my name is Cesar. I work for Jan Sadler. I started grooming already 5 horses with a trainer in Golden Gate Fields. And then John offered me a job, and then I said, well, I like the weather here. I like Santa Anita is a nice place to be with horses, and since then I've been here. A few years later, when I started here, John asked me if I want to help him like a foreman.
Cesar Aguilar's been my employee for 20+ years, and he's as good a human being as you'll ever meet, a tremendous worker and a great character guy.
When I got here, the main thing is make sure that all the horses eat good last night. I just tried to help grooms to start the day together and try to make sure everybody is happy, the main thing, so that way they can do a better job. And if they have some problems, I told them, just let me know, and if I can do anything, I will, because I just want people enjoy what they doing.
I mean, I have so much confidence in him. I can send him anywhere in the world with horses to run, and I sleep easy. He's been to Dubai, he's been to Florida, Kentucky, New York. Everywhere he's gone, the horses have won.
It's not hard. If you love what you're doing, it's easy.
The Thoroughbred Industry Employee Awards are just a great thing to acknowledge the great people that work here at the racetrack. It means a lot to them personally, and it means a lot to the people that work with them.
You see them win, especially, you get so excited because you know your job is, you did a good job.
My name is Daisy Tobin, and I work for James W. Casey Tiller Mountain Farm, and I'm an assistant trainer. Well, when I was young, we rode the rodeo circuit, and my mom was a waitress in the clubhouse here, and my 2 older brothers come and start working at the racetrack, and it's been racetrack ever since.
I've known Daisy, I guess, about 7 years. She leads by example. I mean, she doesn't expect anybody to do anything that she's not capable of doing herself. And if they can't do it, she explains to them and shows them, because she's been around the racetrack so long. And she's always happy, and she loves her work.
Usually we have anywhere from 25 to 32-year-olds every year. Get gate cards on them, get them to the track, get them running. I enjoy it, I love it, and especially working for Mr. Casey for the years I've worked for him, I am rubbing horses that I rubbed their mothers. So now I have the babies, and it's just sometimes I have rubbed up to 5 horses at Mr. Casey's out of the same mare. So it's kind of exciting and nice.
There's never a problem with somebody feeling that they can't come to her and ask her opinion, and she knows all the horses. She knows everything that's going on. So if they have any questions, all they have to do is come to her.
I'm very thankful and blessed about it. I was totally shocked that I was nominated, and I appreciate that, and it just means a lot to me.
My name is Gene Corbin. I work for Shade Tree Thoroughbred. I train and condition the training horses. What we do is routine. You gotta feed, water, do the stalls, brush, take care of their feet. And then what we do when Mr. Burke brings the babies, we teach. We don't make them do anything. We teach them what to do.
Mr. Gene, who works for me as my farm trainer, is one in a million. Nobody in the world like him. He started on a farm when he was a kid, and he's worked for me over 20 years as my farm trainer, and a lot of the success of my business in the last few years have been due to his abilities as a trainer and as an advisor for me, a mentor, uncle, whatever. He's just been part of my operation and just the greatest guy I know. I mean, he really is.
When I get up in the morning, I don't want the day to go without me accomplishing something about some horse that might need something extra or special.
The one thing that Mr. Gene excels in over anybody I've ever met in the business, even people who are really good horsemen, they don't have the ability to get in a horse's head like Mr. Gene. Mr. Gene can read a horse's mind. It's almost uncanny. He says, this one wants to be a racehorse. That's when he's figured out what makes it tick, gets it going, makes it want to be a racehorse. I want to thank the Godolphin organization and Sheikh Mohammed for this, recognizing these people in the background of our industry.
What it means to me to be a finalist is way above my head. I never in my life would have expected something like this, and there's just no words to express how much we appreciate it.
Congratulations again to all the nominators and to our finalists as well. All right, Leadership in Racing. The award goes to Cesar Aguilar from John Sadler Racing Stable. Congratulations again. All right, our next award is the Newcomer Award. And as you've seen, all the people so far up here have put in a great deal of time and into this industry. And of course, it's so important that we encourage new people to get involved in this amazing industry that we've all been so lucky to be involved in some way. So this Newcomer Award really is a great way to encourage people to become a part of the thoroughbred industry. And with this, as I mentioned before, pretty impressive that not only do they get an award, they also get a trip to Dubai to join some of the other newcomers as well. So we'd like to certainly congratulate them. And again, I'd like to bring them all up to the stage, our three finalists for the Newcomer Award, as we show a video and you all get to know these people in the thoroughbred industry.
My name is Devin Doherty and I work for Roy Houghton. My mom's a turf rider and she works for the Blood Horse, so I was always interested in it. And then as soon as I turned 16, I got my license at the track and started hot walking and running horses for Roy.
She come around looking for a job and started out walking hots and graduated to being a groom. She's pretty damn sharp and she works awful hard. She's a really good kid. Goes to college 5 days a week, works here, makes straight A's. Pretty impressive.
Working full-time and going to school full-time is definitely challenging, but I definitely have to have good time management skills to do everything. But I usually plan my classes for the afternoon, and then so I work all morning, then go to my classes, and then come back and feed. But it's manageable. I love the horses the most because, you know, you get up every day and you enjoy their company and, you know, they're like family.
I think it's extremely hard, and most people couldn't do it. And this takes a lot of ambition, a lot of desire, but she has. Well, she cares about everything, really cares about her horses, and spare no effort to do the right thing.
I'm honored because I see so many people in this business who are hardworking and dedicated and really have been making strides to further themselves in the business. So it's an honor for me to be nominated as one of the top people and the new people in the business.
My name is Zachary Richards, and I've been working for the New York Racing Association for about a year and a half now. I started at the University of Kentucky. I graduated in 2016 with no previous thoroughbred industry knowledge. I just fell in love with Kentucky, specifically Keeneland, and I fell in love with everything about racing. Moved on to the tech industry after graduation. After about a year in tech, I just missed racing so much. An opportunity opened up at the New York Racing Association, where I'm from, and I was fortunate enough to get that, and I've been there ever since.
We've known each other for a year and a half now, and his role in corporate partnerships is about a year. But he began working with the Backstretch Employee Service Team at NYRA, and that's when I saw his true character come out. Because his selfless concern for the people who really make our sport what it is, it was all there.
What I do on a day-to-day basis is talking to different sponsors, especially in our industry as well as non-industry. I feel it's important that we make sure everybody's included and recognized, and one of the greatest organizations I've had the pleasure of working with is the Backstretch Employee Services Team at the New York Racing Association. I've helped them to secure donations. I've also connected them with some great healthcare partners that's helping to elevate the quality of life and services on the backstretch.
He goes the extra mile every time. He also brought a great energy level to the position and a genuine concern for clients. He's a good listener. He gets very involved in solving problems. He has the integrity that I think a partner is looking for.
To be a finalist in the newcomer category is just so incredible, because I love that Godolphin is honoring newcomers and people that aren't scared to get into our industry. I'm beyond honored to even be a finalist.
My name is Lindsay Scott. I work for Langston Farm, and I've been here for almost 5 years now. I started here, actually, for Leslie Stone when she was the manager here. She put me on cleaning some stalls, night watching, doing some of that stuff for the leg work, which I didn't mind because I'd been working in a hospital setting.
We were just looking for somebody to clean stalls. Our farm manager at the time said, well, you know, I can only pay you this, and this is all you're going to be doing. She said, I'll take it. And we didn't expect her to last. We were wrong.
Our daily here is feed the mares, make sure they're totally taken care of from anything from their nutritional value, their hay, their water, any bumps, bruises, anything that happened through the night that someone missed. You get to be part of something that's not ever going to go away. You know, Judy Klosterman started this, and she was building something that was going to last. And the camaraderie and people you come across, they touch your life, and these horses, they come into your life, and they change you. That's such an honor to be part of something like that.
When I think about Lindsay, a couple of words come to mind. Aptitude, tenacity, enthusiasm, and heart. It's kind of like what you want in a racehorse. She's got it all. She's totally fun to work with. She's smart, and she will debate if she thinks she has a point, and I admire that in her. She's my friend, and she's my employee. Best of both worlds.
What Godolphin is trying to do with these awards for these people and acknowledgments is inspiring. I think that they deserve so much credit for, again, just trying to make things a little better. To be a finalist is incredibly humbling. You put these people up here and how special they are, and then you realize that you're special too, is an unbelievable feeling.
Congratulations to all three finalists, and I'm glad to have you in the thoroughbred industry. You represent it very well. And this year's Newcomer Award goes to Devin Doherty. Heard Bob tell Devin she's going to love Dubai. All right, our last award today recognizes an individual who has shown an outstanding contribution to the thoroughbred industry, and the nominees for this award do not need to necessarily be employed within the thoroughbred industry, but are those that have made a great contribution to it. And the selection and criteria process for this, as we mentioned earlier, is a little different than the other categories, and the winner was selected by an initial shortlist panel of judges and then was already decided. So we will direct your attention once again to the monitors to recognize our Community Award winner for this year.
My name is Angie Carmona, and I work for California Thoroughbred Trainers. Well, I am Deputy Director with California Thoroughbred Trainers. Also, I am a member of the board and secretary of the Edwin J. Gregson Foundation. I'm also a director and secretary-treasurer for California Thoroughbred Horsemen's Foundation. And my sister actually worked initially with the old HBPA California division, and they needed somebody to come in and assist and help pay some bills. And I started just as a part-time worker, and here I am. That was in 1983, and here I am 35 years later.
She's 100% committed to the welfare of the backstretch community, both professionally and as a volunteer. She's everything from a mother superior to a mother confessor to a mother. And she takes care of the backstretch community as if it is her own, because it is her own.
It is a job, but it's still beyond that. I mean, I just really care about what we do for the workers, and I want them to feel confident that they know that there's somebody that they can reach out to that will assist them, that they trust. You know, if somebody needs some help, you just have to help them. You have to do what you can to help them get through their tough times.
She's pretty much the go-to person for everything, and she does it so efficiently, so quietly, not looking for a pat on the back, and so that's why her name went right to the top of the list, and she's just a wonderful person to be around, and a wonderful winner for this award.
There are many deserving people out there, and many deserving workers, and I think far more deserving than me. But I never would have anticipated that I would be, nominated and that I would receive this award. It's just an incredible honor, and I'm just very thankful to those that nominated me.
Angie?
Very deserving.
So big congratulations to Angie for the winner of the Community Award. No, go ahead. She's going to come. We'd like you to say a few words.
Well, I'm not very good at speaking publicly, but I do want to say, well, first, thanks to Sheikh Mohammed and the Godolphin staff. I mean, they've been incredible for all of us. Generosity, their thoughtfulness, and their hospitality. I mean, that's really been wonderful. I think everybody here has enjoyed the experience. I certainly loved meeting all of the new people, the people in this industry. I felt that I've made some new friends, and that was just, I I believe I'm very blessed. I have a wonderful family, wonderful daughter. I've worked with many, many wonderful people, Bob, one of them, and all of the people in the backstretch. It's truly a privilege, and I couldn't ask for anything better. So thank you very much, and thank you, I guess. All right, thank you, bye-bye.
Well, that concludes today's festivities, and a big congratulations again to all the nominees, all the finalists, the winners, and of course all the people that nominated, all these people behind the scenes. And we'd also like to just make sure, before everybody starts running away, don't leave. There's we would like to get some photos with everybody back there at the photo stop, so please don't leave before you get photos taken. And we'd really like to thank Godolphin for the Thoroughbred Industry Employee Awards. This has been such an amazing experience for everybody involved, and just something extremely special for this industry. And again, a big thanks to Churchill for hosting today, and for the Breeders' Cup. And speaking of that, don't forget, Breeders' Cup this weekend here at Churchill Downs. And also, stay tuned for information for these awards for 2019, because we really encourage everybody to make sure to nominate these incredible people that you've been blessed to work with within this industry and all these different leadership roles and the newcomer awards. So we really encourage everybody to think about those people behind the scenes that make this industry possible and think about nominating them. So stay tuned for when that will take place. All right, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you, Godolphin, so much for the Thoroughbred Industry Employee Awards. And thank you to Mr. Baffert for doing such a great job as the trophy presenter. Thank you all, and have a great day.